Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back again to Cannon Fodder TV, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. So this is my short post-game reaction. Have I calmed down? There was nothing to calm down from. I thought it was a thrilling game. Some people say it was a boring game. It wasn't a boring game. It was an interesting game. And for those who are the other side of the fence, you might say, actually, Alex, it was a boring game. It wasn't a boring game. But we're going to get into this short post-game reaction on the other side of this music intro. Yes, indeed. Welcome back again to Cannon Fodder TV, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Yeah, man. Friday, made it to the end of the week. Just get me to the edge, man. Anyhow, I'm not about to get into all the willy-nilly stuff about my work, but anyway, we are here. We are live and direct from somewhere across the universe, somewhere in England, somewhere in North London. I definitely won't be telling you my address. You might come and, yeah. Anyhow, it does say somewhere down here just to click the like button, I think. Just click the like button. That's all you have to do. And in the live chat, it's a slightly different platform we've been used for the last 5 years. Come into the live chat. Let me know your thoughts about Sporting Lisbon versus Arsenal. Yeah. I predicted. What did I predict? I'll tell you at the end of this show. Right. So let's get into this one. So if you don't know what happened, this is what happened. 2-2. Sporting 2, Arsenal 2. Arsenal 2, Sporting 2. And I've got to say, I don't really, how can I say this? I don't watch any of Mikel Arteta's post-game press conference, post-game or pre-game conferences. I don't bother watching it anymore. But I just picked this up, again, without listening to him, just from one of our newspapers here in the UK. So Mikel Arteta speaks, considering you concede 2 goals away from home and still escape with a draw, you have to take some positives. The Arsenal manager told a particular platform, we gave him too much hope by giving the ball away in our half too many times. We had control for long periods, but we lacked a bit of the final touch. But we are missing 4 key attackers, so we would take the draw. He goes on to say, at 2-1, we lose the runner, and they had a chance to make it 3-1. A lot of things to improve, but we showed a lot of resiliency, and we are still in the tie. Making 6 changes, you lose a bit of cohesion, but we had to make the changes because some are unavailable and others had to play out of position, but they did well. So what I'm going to say, trying to pick the bones out of this one. Mikel Arteta, this is what Mikel Arteta is saying, that, considering that we conceded 2 goals away from home, we escaped with a draw. You escaped with a draw? Yeah, you guys were very lucky. Arsenal were very lucky not to have actually lost the game 4-2. Now, you might say to me from the start, actually, Alex, it was a boring game. It was not a boring game. It wasn't a boring game. It was an interesting game. And it had all the fluency. Well, I always said, Sporting Lisbon, do not take them lightly. Do not take them lightly. And what did we do? We took them lightly. We almost paid for it, didn't we? So you're right, you escaped with a draw. Arsenal should have lost. Should have lost. So the other thing as well, that's just kind of got the grey matter going in my head. So we gave away the ball away too many times. Do you know what it was? They were putting pressure on us to make us lose possession of the ball. That's what it was. Yeah, sure enough, we had possession. We had control parts of the game, not the totality of the game, but we had control. They had control. Honest even? Was that a fair result? Well, listen, it is what it is. Now, the other thing he says, making 6 changes, you lose cohesion, but we had to make these changes because some are unavailable and others will play out of position. Well, that was down to you, Mikel Arteta. That's down to you. I just couldn't understand why. This was a starting 11. This was a starting 11 here. So you can see. Let me remove this out of the way. Can I remove it? Yeah, there we go. So this was a starting 11. So you got Matt Tina Turner in goal. You got Ben White, okay, first teamer. William Saliba, first teamer. Jacob Kiwior, I'll get to him in a moment. Zinchenko, I'll get to him in a moment. Fabio Vieira, I'll get to him in a moment. Jorginho, Granit Xhaka, Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, and Reece Nelson. I was happy to see Reece Nelson start there. But you made those changes for the first 11. And then for some reason, the players who actually, for me, should have started, you brought them on in the second half. So it wasn't because they were unavailable. You chose not to choose them. If that makes any sense. You chose the 11, and if your hand was forced to make those changes, then why did you bring on those players like your Thomas Partey's came on? Emma Smith-Rowe, really good to see that he got minutes there, and again Gabriel Magalhães came on as well. So for me, it was weird. It was really, really weird. And what I felt was it was panic substitutions. Panic substitutions. If you're not going to play them, don't play them. Don't play them. So what did you do? You didn't play them, and then you thought, actually, you know what? Thomas Partey, get warmed up. Smith-Rowe, Magalhães. It was panic substitutions. And I'll tell you now what my prediction was. My prediction was 2-1. 2-1 loss for Arsenal. Because I knew we would go in there thinking, do you know what, we can get the job done. Nah. But what I would say, a little bit of negativity, is that I could see the Sporting Lisbon players were a little bit nasty. A little bit nasty in the tackles there. I don't say nasty. I'll say, yeah, a little bit, yeah. The tackles, you saw the tackles there. But, yeah, I thought that was down to Mikel Arteta. If you're going to go strong, go strong. If you're going to go half-handedly, go half-handedly in it. But don't say, actually, you know what, because we're forced to make the changes. And you made those changes. Those players there, not injured. Thomas Partey wasn't injured. Gabriel Magalhães is not injured. ESR is in the game, isn't injured. So you decide not to play those players from the get-go. And then, actually, we need you to come on. Panic substitutions. Almost our undoing. Anyhow, a little bit, yeah, just anyhow. So what I'm going to say is, or what I'm going to show is, I did not want, that's not it, where is it? Is that it? I did not want a Jacob Kiwior playing in this game. You've seen Matt Turner play in the Europa League, but he hasn't played since January. Kiwior has only played in the under 23s. This was not a time to experiment. Wasn't a time to experiment. And this is what you get. You got a goalkeeper who may have called for the ball. A Jacob Kiwior just, what did he do? He didn't do anything. Didn't do anything. Cohesion. Lacking cohesion. Arteta, that's down to you, mate. That is down to you. And I'm thinking, going into the second leg now, where is it? So the second leg's going to be played on Thursday. I think it's a week from yesterday. The second leg, 2-2. Honours even. Honours even. There was no need to play a Jacob Kiwior. No need. We could have played a Rob Holding. Rob Holding would have done something. He wouldn't have done nothing. He wouldn't have just stood there and just looking at the replay. The replay. I don't know. What was Kiwior doing? It's like, I don't know. He must have got the call from Tina Turner. He must have. Just weird, and I'm just kind of going all over the place on this one. William Saliba, really good goal. A CB rising above everybody else and just headed it down. There was some question whether one of the defenders was encroached upon or fouled. And it took a while for the referee to kind of sort it out. But I'm not sure. I'm still on the fence on that one. And then they scored a second goal. I mean, they could have scored a third one, and possibly they should have scored four. They should have scored four. There's nothing that Ben White and Saliba could have done about this one. The ball just happened to go to the guy. I can't remember who was the number 20 for Sporting Lisbon. It just fell to his feet. Saliba and Ben White could not have done anything about that. Nothing at all. But yeah, man. Oh my goodness. And about, oh well, it had the changes and the cohesion, and so what happens? We escape with a draw. Arteta, that was down to you, mate. That was down to you. Anyhow, what else? Well, there's nothing else to report apart from that, really. I didn't even do. Did I do? Is it worth doing man of the match? Was there man of the match? I don't know. You know what? I saw Bukayo Saka just limping. Anyhow, Can Afford TV, they don't listen to us, do they? They don't listen to us. But man of the match was William Saliba, possibly. He played really, really well. Let me just look at the starting 11 again, if you spare me a second. Have a quick look at this. So, yeah. Oh, I was going to talk about Zinchenko. He's a little bit fiery, isn't he? Received a yellow card. Some comments about Fabio Vieira. Needs to go to the gym again. Has he been to the gym? Vieira, well, yeah, I think he had a relatively good game, just kind of pulling the strings. But the final touch, the final third just was not happening. Jorginho had a relatively quiet game. Granit Xhaka was wearing a captain's armband. I won't go into that. Bukayo Saka, again, teamed up on, fouled how many times? Martinelli, because we do not have an out-and-out striker now, Martinelli was asked to play in a central attacking role. That was okay. Should have probably scored. Had two chances. When he broke free, left foot, tried to chip over the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper came up very quickly and snuffed out the shot there. And the other one where, I don't know, man, their fullback, was it St. Jules or something like that? If you look at the recovery speed of this defender, came just in time to snuff out Martinelli there, his attack. So possibly Martinelli should have scored a goal there. Reece Nelson, like I said, I was happy to see that he got some minutes there. He got subbed off. Did he get subbed off? I think he did get subbed off, innit? And then, like I said, we saw Tomiyasu kind of show up the left side. Emerson Rowe, really good to see him back. Magalhães should have started. He should have started. And Thomas Partey should have started. And a notable note for the youngsters, good to see those youngsters are also making it onto the bench there, although they didn't get any minutes. So these and those have been my thoughts about the game last night. Sporting Lisbon 2, Arsenal 2. Arsenal should have lost. They should have lost. Anyhow, let's have a look here. Let's have a look. I think what we'll do, shall I go into my Twitter feed and see? Right, someone's just Jonathan, my friend, Colombia. Que más, amigo? All right, okay. So I think what I'll do, let me go into the live chat and just see, and picked up all these comments. And actually, there's quite a few comments before we even went live. I was thinking, lads, I'm not even live yet, and you're putting the comments in there. But that's wonderful stuff. So if you're watching for the first time, or it's not the last time, just click the like button if you like what you hear. Or maybe you don't like what you hear, in which case, don't click the like button. Anyhow, Tamina says, hi, Alex, how are you doing today? I'm doing really good. It's Friday. Yeah, just get me to the edge. Get me to the edge. I made it to the edge. He goes on to say, any Arsenal transfer news? I'm not doing transfer news today. I was supposed to do a video the day before yesterday on Marco Asensio. It's been busy, man. Been very, very busy. So I was looking at the light there. Arsenal will smash Fulham 4-0. That's not going to happen. I'll give you my prediction for that game towards the end of the show. Arsenal will win the Europa League Cup. I'll pass on that one. Mr. Ahmed, nothing on transfers, and the transfer window opens on 1st of July to the 31st of August. Well said, Emerson. Didn't see you on Thursday night show. I think you had some technical problems with your Wi-Fi, but yeah, kind of missing you, brother. There, man. Didn't see you there. Colin. Well, hello, Alex, and hello to the chatty chatters. It's time, people. It's time to just gently touch the button. I'll say nothing. I have watched that game back against Sporting, and it feels it's time to release the elephant in the room. It's time to swap Shaka out for Zinni. Zinni is a defensive liability as a left back. Bam! He said it. I'm saying nothing. I'm not going to say anything. Anyway, hey up, Gooners, says our relatively old now moderator. That's right, I said it. Our defense was terrible. Our passing was terrible. But you know what, Ashley? Was it not down to the pressure, the immense pressure that Sporting put our midfield and defense on? No. Yeah, our defense. I just don't understand why he did not play Magalhães from the beginning. Why do you not play him from the beginning? Is it is trying to keep them match fit? I mean, they're all match fit. But if you're going to play them, surely play them from the beginning, not like when it's like 19, 20 minutes to go. To me, that kind of thinking, oh, that's panic. Panic substitutions, man. Oh, my goodness. Anyhow, hear that, Alex? Alex doesn't like the post and pre-game waffle service. Because you know what it is? I learnt my lesson, man. I don't do instant post-game reactions. I mean, if somebody wants to come onto California TV and do it on our behalf, then go ahead and do it. But I thought, you know what? I need to learn from my errors. Get so hepped up, and you do an instant post-game reaction, and you might say silly things that you might regret, day after. So I thought, you know what? Wait 24 hours and then give my thoughts once the dust has settled. I feel a lot more calmer that way. Yeah, man. The waffle. Sporting showed how techie their passing is, and it tucked us with luck. Lucky they didn't put a 5. Oh. I think you're probably right. What was it? Well, anyway, they had quite a few opportunities, didn't they? There will be more goals in the second leg. Do Arsenal, if Arteta starts a strong 11, rather than faffing about, we might just overcome Sporting Lisbon. But they're still dangerous. Now, you might say, oh, you know what, they picked up yellow cards. A couple of their players are going to be out. Listen, when you start talking like that, it's like you're still underestimating Sporting Lisbon, and we don't want to do that in the second leg. Don't do that. Don't do that. Go there, all guns blazing, Mikel Arteta. Goodness. Anyhow, I predicted a draw, as I said, to Arsenal group, and it was a midfield battle, and they will miss two. I'm not going for that, man. 2 key players next Thursday, and they have a key player coming back from injury. Turner needs his. Fabio gets kicked off the ball too easily. Zinni is a defensive liability that they targeted, and the thing is, I'm looking at Zinchenko. Of course, I would wind him up. I would wind up something silly because I know I'm going to get a reaction. I'll get a reaction from Zinni. He had to be calmed down how many times? I think, all right, let me make a note. Let's wind up Zinni. Yeah, he's going to be in my pocket. Wind him up, get him sent off. Oh, and Matt Turner had an absolute stinker. Hadn't played since January. Vieira needs to play with the under 18s. He might perform better. Under 18. Oh, God, dearie me. A debut in a knockout away leg of the Europa League. A genius? I think not. Vieira was terrible. Just kept giving the ball, giving them the ball. Well, he did play for Porto, didn't he? Thinks he's playing for. Saliba was my man of the match. I was thinking that. Because I was thinking, who else? There's nobody else that comes to mind. Zinni, no. No. Xhaka, no. Had a steady game, no. Vieira, no. No. Martinelli should have scored a goal. Our defensively a solid player in the back. Carl, our resident Liverpool support. Carl, how's it going? All right, there we go. Any more comments before we wrap up this one? Just receive. I'm not sure. People calling me now, and people sending me messages. Why is that? I hope you can hear me clearly. All right. I think that that's it. I just need to put here something very, very quickly before we end up this one. So, like I said, we are back this time next week, Thursday, for the return leg against Sporting Lisbon. Honours even, man, 2-2. There's going to be plenty more goals in the second leg, man. Can Arsenal overcome Sporting? Or can Sporting snuff out the gunner? Anyway, just in this time now, just an hour and 50 minutes is going to be the easy talk. Yes, 7:30 p.m. UK time. I'm going to be joined by a couple of a couple of contributors. Someone who hasn't been on the channel for quite a while. I know he's been unwell last few weeks, but I thought, you know what, to give somebody else a go. But he's going to be returning, and John the Geezer Gooner will be back in full effect 7:30 p.m. UK time later on this evening, because I know you guys miss him. I know you miss him. Yeah. I've met him. He's a good fella. He's a good fella. All right. Oh, I think there's been one more comment, and we're going to wrap up this one. How's you, Alex? Well, you just missed my rant, didn't you? Just missed my mini rant. Actually, I predicted a 2-1 loss for Arsenal. Yeah, I thought it was going to be 2-1. I thought, we would underestimate the Sporting, and it almost came, didn't it? They should have actually scored 4 to 5 goals against us. And again, the second leg, you might say, oh, yeah, they're going to be missing some of their key players. When you start thinking like that, you're already thinking the wrong way. Do not underestimate Sporting. Go there with your strongest 11. I don't care. Strongest 11. Stop this faffing about. Okay, we're going to go there. We're going to beat them. We're going to be all right. Oops, actually, let's score 2 goals. Oi, party, get warmed up. McGallans, get warmed up. No. Nah. And you know what? That is that. I will be back in an hour and 50 minutes time for the Easy Talk, joined by Richard, Captain Morgans, aka Captain Morgans, and John Gooner, aka John Gooner. That's right, I said it. Go and tell your mum and your dad that Alex said it on Cannon 5 TV. I said it. All right. Until then, this has been Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.